It's the second day in the month of November 2022. I am OLUTAYO Ogunade.
And I am DENIKE. You're welcome to the Break of Dawn newspaper review on your laughter station. We kickstart from the Punch. We've got the Daily Post. We've got the Vanguard and other newspapers this morning. First story on the Punch says Davido autopsy likely as police free 6 workers, detain 2. Away from that, why I am better than Atiku will be in economy, Tinubu. You can also find how late Mr. Tai, do you want to help me with this one?
Where is that? I can see it. Okay. Well, we'll come back to that.
Okay. All right. Away from that, dollar crisis, EFCC plans massive raid on forex dealers. Naira's free fall worsens, now 857 Naira. Abuja forex dealers flee into hiding. Kogi politician arrested with 326 million Naira. BDC operators back commission. And you can also find commuters lament, want Lagos drivers back. Drugs, wanted Lagos hotelier, 6 houses. Wanted Lagos hoteliers, 6 houses, 217 million Naira seized. And finally, campaign Kwakwanso to recruit 1.5 million soldiers, policemen, and that's all from the Punch this morning.
We'll move to Daily Trust newspaper. Certificate why we didn't arrest, prosecute Tinubu IGP. Forgery why we can't prosecute Tinubu IGP. Bank fraud. Kogi Assembly candidate arrested with 326 million naira, $610,500 cash. Commercial activities crippled as bus drivers strike in Lagos State. Some more from Daily Trust will end insurgency in 6 months. Shatima. Dogowa Garo clash as fresh crisis breaks out in Kano APC. Outrage as ex-Bochi commissioner kills friend who challenged him for wooing daughter. Naira redesign dollar scarcity hits BDC sells at 818 Naira to a dollar. Still from Daily Trust newspaper, police nab man for vandalizing Kedco's cables installation. Fire kills couple, 2 children. In Kaduna, how loan growth orders drove interest income across banks in 9 months. EFCC probing Mambila project. Power Minister, I won't step down from Sam for Sam Ego, a Boeing APC senatorial candidate. 2023, Okowa shows Igbos of inclusive government. And Katsina PDP crisis, 2 state chairmen emerge. Faction suspends governorship candidate.
To the Vanguard, Peter Obi speaks on affinity with 5 aggrieved PDP governors. Channel your grievances to appropriate quarters. MC Oluomo tells striking Danfo drivers. Passengers stranded, flight disrupted as union shuts down Lagos airport. Buhari's ineptitude responsible for Nigeria's economic woes. This is coming from the PDP. We can also find on the Vanguard, Fasonroti Adebanjo fight over Afenifere. And still on the Vanguard, invest in health technology, medical schools to boost healthcare. Tomori tasks federal government. Police rescue 4 teenagers, arrest suspected kidnapper in Lagos. Will prosecute perpetrators of electoral violence. 2023, Malami. Court discharges acquits major convicted of manslaughter. NDLEA declares suspected Lagos drug baron wanted. NECA backs federal government on fuel subsidy removal. How I will fight insecurity, boost economy. Tinubu. And 2 more stories and we move to another paper. Police quiz 8 domestic staff over death of Davido's son. And finally, no plan to remove INEC chairman. The special advisor, Media and Publicity to the President, Mr. Femi Adesina.
From Premium Times, budget Nigerian government owing contractors 765 billion naira for roads, bridges. Fashola, EFCC rates black market forex offices as naira falls rapidly. EFCC arrests Kogi Assembly candidate fraud syndicate members with 326 million naira, $610,500 cash. Gunmen kill a Bubiagu operative in Ebonyi. ASU strike lecturers, students unmotivated by traders excited as Nigerian universities reopen. Some more from Premium Times. Lecturer, student. Okay, I took that just now. Social investment. Nigerian Vice President seeks NGOs, private sector support. Our position on Naira redesign. Arrest of traders by EFCC. BDC Association President. Buhari not plotting against INEC chairman. Use of beavers in elections aid. That's in 2023. And why my ministry needs more funding. Lai Mohammed.
To the Daily Post, petrol stations short operations in Delta, litre hiked to 200 naira. Indigenous group tackles Oyetola over alleged illegal installation. Nigeria needs 1.2 trillion naira for roads. Federal government allocates 198 billion naira. Fashola. Ibadan convicts 13 internet fraudsters. CSO issues ultimatum to EFCC, ICPC over corruption allegations against JAMB registrar. Niger, NLC rejects decision of state government to borrow funds for local government polls. Police reportedly kill young man over mysterious circumstances. Abuja terror alert, General Haruna reveals only help Nigeria needs from US, UK. Obasanjo announces Nigeria-Congo Business Council. El Rufai appointed Vice President. Peter Obi, I warned him. Adebanjo reacts to Pa Fasoranti's endorsement of Tinubu. 2023, Peter Obi opens up on deals with aggrieved PDP governors. Oyetola sympathizes with Davido, Deji Adeleke over death of Ifeanyi. Terror alert, no smoke without fire. Defense Minister tells lawmaker. And finally, Amechi Awolowo Azikiwe, others, demands Nigeria's independence from Britain. This is coming from Obasanjo.
All right, from Daily Times newspaper, no plan to remove INEC chairman, additional 2023. Oshibajo rallies D8 countries on just energy transition. FGO's highway contractors 10.4 trillion naira. Fashola. FG states commitment to prosecute perpetrators of electoral violence. How Arts and picketing halted aviation activities in MMA2 terminal. We've beefed up security within around Abuja. That's on terror alert, and terror alert by US orders not proper federal government.
We go on our first commercial break. When we come back, we dive into the stories. Stay tuned.
FM 94.9.
Hi, my name is Tenny Makanaki, and did you know the metaverse is made for us to create, to free our imagination, and bring our biggest ideas to life? If you can dream it, you can create it. With Metaspark, your music isn't just for your fans at home. Your augmented reality stage can be anywhere. Dress up your avatar and give it some bling. And your next art piece can also be a one-of-a-kind digital collectible. So what are you waiting for? Come flex first in the metaverse with Meta Technologies. Naija, go to meta.com to discover how.
Dabo na the first and ogbonge herbal toothpaste. E get ingredients like lemon, mint, ginger, and basil wey dey make our teeth kakaraka.
Madam Rose, na true you talk o. Dabo na the cocoa herbal punch wey get plenty natural herbs. Dabo, the cocoa choice for my family.
Plenty discount, on Jumia Black Friday, no go jackpot because of Sakpa.
Beat Sakpa with Jumia Black Friday. From November 4th till the 30th, you can get access to all those products you've had your eyes on all year at prices that will leave some change in your pocket. You also don't have to pay for delivery fees on thousands of products when you order above 1,999 naira. T's and C's apply.
Sakpa one day was swallow, but I get it, Jumia. Good quality,
Jumia, your everyday delivered.
no matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Show me love. You show me love.
Every body won't connect to something greater. Connect to the moment, the winning goal, to history. Una fit do am now. Watch a FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Showmax Pro. Oh yeah now. Stream all 64 matches of the World Cup live from Super Sport on Showmax. Experience every game, anywhere, on up to 2 devices. It is available in HD and 4K also. It joke. Almost sign up now at showmax.com.
Better don land o! Close up toothpaste don carry the senior brother of Awoof enter town. When you buy 140 grams close up, you go get free 25 grams close up complete fresh protection with no extra cost. That is to say, for every 140 grams close up red toothpaste wey you buy, free 25 grams close up complete fresh protection dey there for you. Make una rush am as e dey hot before e finish. Close up, stay fresh and protected.
As a sharp boy, I always keep it real. I'm all about my grind and my hustle. Every day is an opportunity to win, so every move has to be on point. That's why when I want to chill out, I go for the Wazoo bottles. You see, I can stay refreshed for just 50 naira with 7-Up, Mirinda, or Pepsi 35cl glass. Now I can really level up without breaking the bank. I told you I was a sharp guy now. Enjoy chilled refreshment with the Wazoo bottles, 7-Up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35cl glass at 50 naira only. Ground on level with the Wazoo bottles. All now Wazoo.
32 FM, 94.9.
Okay, good morning once again and welcome back to the Breakdown Newspaper Review. I am DENIKE Adimowago.
I am OLUTAYO. Ogunade Hussein Odumo joins us on the show. Good morning to you, Austin.
Good morning, Tayo. DENIKE, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. We start from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission story. They arrested the Kogi State House of Assembly candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Ismaila Atumeyin, with 326 million naira and $140,500. $140,500 cash. In a country where minimum wage is 30,000 naira, someone was found with that kind of money.
That amount of money, raw cash now, not even stashed in the bank or what have you. These are some of the things that is currently mounting pressure on the economy, on the money markets in the country, wherein you have large sum of money concentrated in the hands of few people. From the information at our disposal, this particular individual and another fellow, they are currently being investigated for internet fraud. So hence that large amount of money. Even the richest man in Africa, I do not think you could get such amount of raw cash in this possession. So for me, the FCC has done a good job again. Let them extend the radar, raid as many people as possible. Yesterday, they also raided some BDCs operators in Lagos and in Kano. I want them to also extend it to politicians. Some of these politicians are with large sum of money, and some of these funds are illicit funds. They are as a result of proceeds of crime. So they must also be raided, apprehended, and brought to justice. In another report, they reported $640,000 as in cash. Mm-hmm. That is the issue. If you have that large sum of money, do you know what this amount of money can do for manufacturer in the country? Those who intend to bring in raw material that will add to the GDP of the country by way of race sector production in the country. If you look at, for example, $140,000 with the current market rate, that is already close to 130 million naira. So where do we go from here? So let EFCC sustain their momentum. Let them extend it to top government officials to top politicians in the country. Some of them have many votes in their home.
Do you see how criminals are finding their way into our politics?
That's
remember
the issue.
the Ogun State governor's aide?
Yes, that was appointed.
Also accused of internet fraud.
So that's the issue. The government, we should use the occasion of the ballot process to scrutinize those who intend to lead us, especially come 2023, so that we don't have to fall into the hands of the wrong people. If you have individuals who have not even been in government, having this quantum of raw cash in his possession, what if he eventually finds his way into government aspirant or a candidate for House of Assembly election, not even from the mainstream political party or the dominant political party? You understand? So I think EFCC should continue to do more, because if we have this scenario, it will continue to mount pressure on our local currency. Only God knows from the source from which these funds were gotten. So proper investigation must be conducted. All the people that are associated by one way or the other to this individual must be brought to justice. So EFCC has done well. Let them sustain the momentum. It is not just the BDC, because if you read the BDC, the other BDCs operator that you have not gotten to, they will hold the dollar, and when they hold the greenback, it will further mount pressure. We have politicians. Some of these politicians have many votes in their homes, where they keep money. I don't know whether you have seen that there was 2007 500 naira notes that some people decide to store somewhere. So the CBN policy, like we have said, it will make these people to bring this money to the bank, and when they bring it to the bank, that is one of the areas the CBN is targeting. That out of the over 3 trillion in circulation, 80% of that amount is not in the vault of the commercial banks across the country.
All right, so we learned, BDC operators around the popular hotel in Lagos on Friday alone traded about 2 billion naira. Over 2 billion naira.
Over 2 billion naira. How come? That's the issue. Some powerful individuals and highly placed government officials are involved in this illicit business. This is supposed to be like an illegal operation, where you have to trade the foreign currency on the street of your own country, thereby mounting pressure on your local currency, diminishing the value of your local currency. Around 2 billion naira trading, where do they get that from? That's the issue. So the CBN should do their work thoroughly. EFCC must come on board. All the government agencies that are involved in this, we must get to the root of this matter. And don't also forget, some of these government agencies, they take kickback in form of US dollar. So these are areas. No. It is not just what anybody will come and say, oh, let's just raid the BDC low. I disagree. Beam your satellite, go further. Politicians, top government officials, those who contested, who aspired to be president in their various primary, those government officials, because that is where it starts from.
Now, findings revealed just yesterday that Naira was exchanged for pound by 930 Naira to 1 pound.
Yes, I think some areas in Abuja too, Naira even to a dollar, around 870 to 900. You know, relative, if not for the global financial crisis that we have across the country, the pound most of the time is always stable. Most of the time, it is this issue of Jackpot syndrome. People want to go to the UK. That is what is mounting pressure on the pound. International businesses are denominated in US dollar. So that is why dollar will continue to rise. And for history, this is about the first time Naira will want to overtake, dollar will want to overtake the pound. And pound is usually also rising because of the crisis. So we need strong monetary measure to be able to tame this menace. Because we can't continue to do that. If we fold our hands and say all is well, before you know it, what will happen?
No, all is not well. We all know.
All is not well.
How can we arrest this, Austin Idumo?
See, the
930 naira
the best way
to £1.
The best way to arrest this is to make sure that some people are not profiting from it. That is one leg, like what the FCC is currently doing, raiding people that are suspected to having this foreign currency in large quantity. What do? Have you forgotten pre-2015 election? It look as if our local currency became the US dollar in 2015 election, to the extent that even government start sharing dollar at that time. Now government is not sharing the greenback, but individuals have decided to make it a national or a local currency. Apart from the issue of export that can give us adequate earning in terms of forex, we also need to do our due diligence by ensuring that all these greenback in the hands of illicit operators are brought back into the system. Because if we don't do that, it means that it will just be a time. But we are talking about 900 naira tayo. If we don't do anything to stem the ugly trend, it might get up to 1,000 plus in the coming week. Look at the rate at which it rose. It was around 750, 730. Now it's about 900 naira within a week. And if care is not taken, in the next 1 week, it might just be over 1,000 naira.
Okay, insecurity. Install CCTV cameras. FCTA urges Abuja residents. The Federal Capital Territory Executive Committee has urged residents to install closed-circuit televisions to complement the ongoing efforts by the government at tackling the prevailing security challenges in the country. How many citizens can afford to install CCTVs?
The Abuja authority should also let Nigerians be aware of the CCTV camera that the government wanted to install once upon a time. Over hundreds of millions of dollars went into that contract. What has happened to that contract? Of course, for well-meaning Nigeria, those who can afford it now install CCTV in their home. I was with someone last week, over the weekend, on Saturday precisely. He had to monitor his business while we were in the car. You understand? He was monitoring his office while we were in the car on his phone. So if you can afford it, there's no problem. How about those who cannot afford it? This FCT authority that is coming out are hotspots, eyebrow area in the FCT. Have they been able to install CCTV camera? We need to, in popular areas, densely populated area, business areas, let the government take the lead by example, by ensuring that CCTV are installed in those areas. Because if we do that, it will help us to nip crime in the bud, which means that whatever that happen, we'll be able to get the footage and go after these people and arrest them. So for me, it's a good thing that advice has come that we should install CCTV. It is capital intensive to install CCTV. Those who can afford it, you don't need to advise them. That is what they've been doing. But for government, some eyebrow area, our city centers, our public places, let us install CCTV. Is it a government? Look at what President Muhammadu Buhari said when he got to Kuje prison. He said, how come there is no CCTV cameras installed in these places? That is
one will expect that by now that should have been fully installed by now.
It is not. That's the truth of the matter. Have you forgotten the Abologo story in Oyo State? That the governor said, I will install CCTV camera, and at the end of the day, that became a political debate.
Away from
and
that,
so on and
from
so
that
forth.
story, Nigeria needs prayers from US, not terror alert. Defense Minister. We wonder how some of our, leaders talk. So can we just go to another story? All right.
These are people who are not supposed to even hold public office.
Okay.
Buhari not plotting against INEC chairman use of beavers in elections aid.
Yes, I think we need to really look at this properly, because the introduction of beavers has actually helped the electoral umpire to conduct a seemingly credible election in recent time, e.g. Edo election, Ondo election, the ones that we monitored, Ekiti election, and Osun election. I have someone or some people that work with INEC. Tayo, the filler is this, that you can only, when you bribe INEC official now, you are only dashing them money with the introduction of beavers. The fellow, they also gave them money. In Osun election, they gave them money. Political party politicians gave them money as much as $1,000 per official. Another political party gave 20,000 naira cash per official. He said the only thing INEC official can do for politician or for political party is to ensure that, oh, if you, this money that you have given to me, I cannot help you manipulate results, but mobilize your people, let them come and vote. The only thing we can do is that if the closing time for voting is 2 o'clock, we could use our influence to extend it to maybe 2:30, since your people are still on the queue. That is the only help we can offer.
That is why we're asking for full deployment of technology to minimize human interference.
Human interference. So as it is now, beavers, as a way of technological intervention, has drastically reduced human interference. So when you bribe them to manipulate results for you, you have just succeeded in doing Father Christmas.
But looking at the success recorded in these 2 states,
of course, massive.
Now that we are going into full election,
see,
right,
there is
across the nation,
there is this filler that the way things are, we must situate it the way it is. The image of the ruling party in Nigeria today vis-a-vis performance is battered. That's the truth. Let callers call and say what we are experiencing now is the best, and we will say that we are all in it together. The truth of the matter is that some people within the APC feel that if the use of beavers is thoroughly implemented and monitored by INEC, something will be wrong for them. And they are trying to bring up insinuation, manipulation, suggestion. That is why the aide of the president is saying that no, contrary to insinuations from some quarters, the president will uphold the use of, because the president has said it without number, that he will leave a legacy of a credible election for the country. And we said that that is the best he can offer. That is the best he can give to us. No, I don't think there's anybody that wants President Muhammadu Buhari or that is demanding performance from President Muhammadu Buhari anymore. There's nobody. Because what you cannot do within 7 years, I do not think there's a magic. Even if the US turn to prayer warrior and begin to pray for you, you may not be able to achieve them.
You can imagine.
You understand? So we must beam our satellite. And the INEC chairman is insisting. Don't forget, after the 2019 general election, INEC chairman himself went to the National Assembly and said, I cannot conduct another election except you will deploy technology by way of legislative intervention. It was this Mahmoud Yakub, because he saw the need for a credible and acceptable election in the future. And substantially that has been achieved. So I do not think people, politicians, desperate politicians should set us back. So we are appealing to the federal government. We are appealing to President Muhammadu Buhari. There was a time that a plot underground was being orchestrated against INEC chairman. They wanted President Muhammadu Buhari to remove him because the man is hell-bent that this is the method in which we are going to conduct this election. We got result in Edo. We got result in Odo. We got result in Ekiti and Osun. So we will take that into the national election. So let's allow our vote to count. Let's allow for more deployment of technology. And I think by way of that, the most credible, most popular candidate will emerge from among the political party.
Okay, let's speak on the flooding. Okay, we need to go. Okay. Flooding, no cause for panic, no food shortage in 2023, Minister assures. The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Mohammed Abubakar, assured Nigerians of availability of food in 2023 and no need for panic amid devastation of flood across the country. But with this statement, there's no shortage in 2023, but there will be shortage in 2022, ? We seem to already be experiencing shortage now, and we expect more to come. This statement seems very far from reality.
See, let's look at it for the period under review. What is the current reality? You don't decree, he is not a prophet. You don't decree no shortage of food by fiat. You understand? You work out the plan. erosion or flooding has swept some major farmland, grain farmland in some part of this course of River Niger and Benue. What has the government put in place in terms of measure to ensure that there is no shortage? Because a lot of people, even the international community, the Food and Agriculture Organization, is warning us that this flooding, the issue of shortage of grains that can lead to hunger in 2023 is just around the corner. So for the minister to come out and say, go and be sit down, there is not going to be shortage of food. You don't decree that, you work out that. We still have time. What have you been able to do? Areas that are ravaged by flood, what measure have you put in place? And how do you mitigate flooding in 2023? That is what the minister should come out and tell us. Not just giving us assurance that say, just like a police IGP that went on a particular notorious route and said that because I passed through this route with maximum security convoy and escort, I now certify and hereby declare the road free for commuters. You don't achieve that.
There's a perennial challenge of food storage.
It's imminent in the country. Hunger and scarcity of grains.
Well, they've started constructing mini dams.
Okay.
They claim to have started constructing mini dams.
I'm even saying here, what you find out that some particular food commodities during their season, you find them even littering the streets, but we're not able to preserve, store properly, and make it available even when they're out of season.
You know, Tayo, right from our days in the secondary school, storage has been one of the limiting factors against farming. You understand? Storage capacity, it has always been there year in, year out. Now we have grown, attended university, we're out of the university, our children are already in school, we still talk about storage capacity. Inability to store for next season and value addition is our major problem. Okay. You know, we just produce in a crude form, in a raw form, we can't add value. And some of these products, there are byproducts from some of these major products if we are able to add value. That's the major issue that we are having. Not just that we produce. If you produce, how do you preserve? Maybe for next 1 month, for next 2 months, or what have you?
The whole world is complaining about crude shortage and all that. I mean, talking about crude oil now, the U.S. will be smiling because they have a rich store.
Yes, they have a rich store. So because there is reserve.
We shouldn't be talking about farming when you have.
They are not even tapping from what they have in the U.S. They are buying from people who cannot project into the future, people who are not purposeful in leadership, people who are not proactive in thinking.
So we should be futuristic.
We should be futuristic. That is what we are talking about.
And we pray that God blesses us with
generational
leaders.
Generational leaders, radical leaders, tough thinkers.
It's time to go on a commercial break.
Sorry, Denike. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Dabo na the first and ogbonge herbal toothpaste. E get ingredients like lemon, mint, ginger, and basil wey dey make our teeth kakaraka.
Madam Rose, na true you talk o. Dabo na the cocoa herbal punch wey get plenty natural herbs. Dabo, the cocoa choice for my family.
Wetin we mean when we say ground don level? Na say as you dey hustle, you dey flex join. You dey enjoy yourself with wetin you get for hand. Na why you fit cool body with the Wazo bottles, 7up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35cl for just 50 naira. No matter your choice, so fasten a 35cl glass bottle on our Wazo, because when we say ground don level, we mean am, because on our Wazo.
Enjoy chilled refreshment with the Wazo bottles, 7up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35cl glass at 50 naira only. Ground don level with the Wazo bottles. All now Wazo.
Everybody won't connect to something greater. Connect to the moment, the winning goal, to history. You know fit do am now. Watch the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Showmax Pro. Oh yeah now. Stream all 64 matches of the World Cup live from Super Sport on Showmax. Experience every game, anywhere, on up to 2 devices. It is available in HD and 4K also. It choke. Almost sign up now at showmax.com.
tí wọ́n bá lo ráyéwá nítorí pé o lówó lọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n bá ń tàn ọ́ pọ̀ ráyéwá nítorí dúkìá tó pọ̀ tó ní ọkàn ò tí ì balẹ̀ pọ̀ ráyéwá àlàáfíà lògùn ọrọ̀ ṣáájú ara rẹ o ìlera sílẹ̀ mí gígùn gbogbo àrùn tí ń ṣe ẹ̀dá láyé náà kọ́ láyé fi ń ṣe ni bí dọ̀tí bá pọ̀ lára tí gbogbo ẹ́ńjìnì tásẹ̀dá dá bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó kọsẹ́ má fòyà tó bá ṣe bí ẹni rárá tára rẹ ò ṣe déédéé pinnu ló kan àyà ara rẹ o Benetton cleanser ní kò sẹ́mu agbanugbade fọgẹ̀dẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ara dànù Benetton jagunlabi panko pè ọ̀rẹ́ ara tọmọdé tàgbà tọkùnrin tóbìnrin ló lè lò ọ̀sọ́kùnrin sóbìnrin dò pépé Benetton cleanser atẹ́jẹsẹ maradan bíi kóròsìn Benetton cleanser kìkìdé gbòógì tí ò lọ́tínú la fi ṣe ó ti wà káàkiri ilé ìtajà ògùn jákèjádò ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà a sì ń wá alágbàtà fún Benetton cleanser pé nọ́mbà kò demand 08034051533 08034051533 iléeṣẹ́ ẹ̀mí one naturalist care ló ṣe Benetton cleanser òun láyé tún lò.
Looking for ways to earn extra money on the side within just a few hours of work a day? Then be a J-Force agent for Jumia. All you need to do is help customers place their orders, notify them of special deals and offers, and also earn cool money from commissions on every item successfully purchased through you. It's that easy. Register now to be a J-Force agent at the nearest Jumia pickup station closest to you, or you can call this number 091 393 75347. Again, 091 343 75347 to get started. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Ọlọ́run wòlíì Sàmúdù àlọ́ Adámímọ́gò máa rìnrìn agbára bóyá ká lọ gbàre wá.
Ìsọjí ọjọ́ mẹ́sàn-án pẹ̀lú dedication Adámímọ́gò Jesus City ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Adámímọ́gò Global Convention ọjọ́ ayọ̀ ti 2022. Àkòrí tí Ọlọ́run fún wòlíì rẹ̀. Prọfẹ̀sà Olúwalọ Adámímọ́gò ìtúsílẹ̀ pátápátá. Látọjọ́ Friday 25th November di Sunday 4 December ní o. Iṣẹ́ agbára ọlọ́kọ̀ ìjọ kan máa ṣe pẹ̀lú ìpè Ọlọ́run lórí àwọn ìránṣẹ́. Àwọn olórí ẹ̀mí bíi sí aláwìyé àlùkò. Bùkọ́lá Akí Adéṣẹ́wọlé Jésù. Esther Ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé. Ìlàjà Kétódì Ọlọ́run Sọ́bẹ̀. Adéyínká Aláṣeyọrí. Pásítọ̀ S. Ọládélé CAC President Worldwide. Prọfẹ̀sà Olúwalọ Adámímọ́gò. Wọ́n máa súre fún gbogbo èèyàn. Àǹfààní one-on-one counseling tó máa wá o. Ní Jesus City ti Adámímọ́gò. Tó wà ní Ìbẹ̀jú Lẹ́kì Ẹ̀pẹ́ Expressway. Ìlàmìjà Village. Beside Alaro City Lega. Ẹ̀rí ọjọ́ ayọ̀. Àjọ máa sọ ni.
32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back from the commercial break. 32 FM 94.9. We open the phone lines.
0705 500949 and 0809 790949. You can share your thoughts with us on any of the stories this morning. And yesterday was quite... yesterday came with a lot of things. One of the biggest stories yesterday was Davido's loss of his son, Ifeanyi, who reportedly died by drowning. And although the parents haven't officially confirmed, but stories here and there have said...
From all indication, one way or the other, it has been confirmed. It's just that both have not come out to...
We have a call, please hold that.
And two separate incidences of fire outbreak in Lagos.
Yes, in Lagos yesterday. That was also quite unfortunate.
Okay.
The lines are 089, 089, okay.
0705.
Thank you.
0705 500949 and 009 7949.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Austin, and for your day. And let me just tell you, in every rumors, there are some iota of truth therein. I want to talk about the rumors of removing the chairman of INEC. And let me say this, that I believe the president, retired Major General Muhammad Buhari, he will not remove the chairman. Even though there may be some pressure from some quarters to remove him. Recall that some members of PDP in the past called on Jonathan to remove their guy before 2015 election. I'm sure your Fayoshi said, remove the guy, heaven won't fall. The former CJ and Honore, who was removed whatever may be his crime, but his crime may not be the major objective, let me say this. His removal was to make sure that the judiciary was very much in their palm, so that any challenge to the rigging of the election will not go through. I've said it, but DENIKE former ICT director at INT'L, was transferred to Enugu as administrative secretary after the gubernatorial election. The reason we are yet to be cleared, but I believe that the president will now remove the chairman, and we are going to have the credible election under the leadership of the chairman of INT'L, John and Justice Nane.
Thank you, John. Good morning, Tayo and DENIKE. About the beavers, honestly, some politicians were in fear of this technology because they know it's the end of manipulation. INEC chairman needs to stand on his legs on making use of this technology in the coming general election if truly they want to give Nigeria a free and credible election. God bless Nigeria. Raja Fiz Abidemi.
All right. Thank you very much. The phone lines 0705 5000 949 and 0809 7949. Omotayo Oluwarotimi says, good morning. That the Naira depreciates might not be a bad thing economically. For one thing, it would force us to produce many things locally. For some others, it would make foreign investors invest in Nigeria because of the cheap labor, and it will make our exports cheaper abroad. Is this viable?
He's talking about devaluation of the currency. Devaluation by way of monetary policy is different from devaluation by trading greenback on the streets of the country. They are two different things. When government also borrow heavily, the naira is going to, the local currency, let me not say the naira, the local currency will also depreciate. But the truth of the matter is that you cannot justify the exchange of 1 pound at naira 30 naira to a naira as a way of attracting foreign investment. I say no to it. Economically speaking, what he's saying makes sense, but not in this particular context. We are looking at a context that has actually gone out of hand for those in government. That's the truth of the matter. Inability to effectively monitor the economy. Let's continue to produce. If we produce, we'll earn more foreign exchange. That's just the truth. But that dollar is almost trading.
Manufacturers cannot access forex.
Yes, they can access forex, so it's an artificial thing. This man that we saw use some of US dollar with him, is he a way of foreign investment into the economy? So when we talk, let's look at the situation and the current reality.
The federal government took loans of billions from China to build railway projects, and the project has not been functioning for months. They are losing millions for not working since March, and China will collect their money. Even with this hint, the Kuje prison was attacked on INT'L for 2 hours. I knew we totally got it wrong when the presidency was releasing Boko Haram members and integrating them into society without proper rehabilitation. The laxity of President Buhari is indescribable. That's from Balkis on Ojoron. Thank you.
Okay, keep trying the phone lines 0809 7000 949 and 0705 5,949. Omoade Adekunle says the APC government seems to be a disaster to Nigeria, where the economic situation is getting worse every day. Imagine having above 800 naira per dollar at parallel markets, and they promised us to strengthen the naira value before they came on board. But unfortunately, all promises are being cancelled. What a that government.
Okay. Good morning, 32 FM crew. Without mentioning words, naira will continue to slump under the APC regime if they fail to do the needful. Before APC came on board, a dollar is equaled 180 naira. But now it's getting worrisome and unpalatable due to weak economy policy and low productivity for exportation. Salaman Sharif, we also got that. Thank you. I think our line is having some issues this morning. We'll try to look at it. However, we can still take more comment on Facebook.
Okay, about arresting of NNPP state. Okay, we've got a call. Just take that. Okay. All right. Again, it's time to leave the studio shortly, but if you can still slip in that call, 0809 7000 949. About arresting of NNPP State of Assembly candidate in Kogi with loot of cash, EFCC needs to double their efforts because there are thousands of politicians with the kind of situations across the nation. They should be arrested, questioned, and prosecuted accordingly. If someone like him gets to power, you can imagine what he will do. All right. Thank you so much for dropping your comment. It's time for us to say our goodbyes on the show this morning.
Thank you, Oseni Jumo. Any final word from you?
Thank you. Yes. Why is it that the parallel market dictates the official market? That's the issue.
It's an aberration.
It's an aberration because people that are not supposed to get it, they get it. Why people
and those that are supposed to bring in policies are asking for prayers from other nations.
So that's the issue. It's not about the valuation of the currency. It's an artificial issue.
But we hope it can be reversed.
Yes, it can be reversed. If we continue with this rate, mop it up from the hands of the wrong people, put it back into the system, it can also do well.
The sting operation on the BDC operators yesterday, should be, a constant operation.
It should be sustained. Sometimes ago in Nigeria, they are not even allowed to trade it openly.
It's called black market.
Black market,
so
which means that it should be
under
the
table.
table business. But now, go to some of these places, they even sell on the street. They will call you and say, come and buy. They will be showing you like this. So that's the issue.
DENIKE, full-grown, blooded man, wakes up, does nothing other than go on the street to
hawk foreign currency in a local economy. And you think all will be well with that economy.
Okay, it's time for us to go. It's been heated in the studio. It's time for us to go. Thank you so much for joining us. I am DENIKE Adimowago.
I'm OLUTAYO Gwande. Have a great Wednesday. Bye for now.